What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about TOSHI today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the first day of July. Here we are at about 3043, looking like we want to move down, and that's okay, right? The last video that I made, I think we were anticipating that we go just below this low, and that's fine. Not below these lows here, though. That low there, that's not the expectation. We've got about 7 hours left in this day. We're at 3043 right now. Let's see how we do. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame here. 1 hour time frame does look bearish. MACD's actually got some bullish divergence, which is nice. Stochastics do as well. RSI looks bearish. So you're probably 2 out of 3 looking like they're going to have a bullish turnaround here. You're probably going to find support soon before you make that final onslaught to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if you did move up from a low to a high here, relatively speaking. You know what? Actually, I don't want to take that low to high. I want to take this high to low is what I want to do. Let's take this high here to this low here. High to low. 886 all the way down to 382. Such a common maneuver to make. Back up, very volatile. I'm surprised you actually came back down, but here you are at the 236. Ooh, not a lot to go off of there. Okay, so I had it right the first time. We should have gone. You know what? Actually, maybe we'll take it a step further. We'll take the low to high here. So 0.5 up here to the 069, finding resistance. Yes, likely, if you are to find support here, I would think that you go up to 304422. You're at 304369 right now. Low to high. Yeah, I could see that happening, right up to there. You already kind of did, actually. Damn. You actually already made that move. So, I mean, maybe that was your support. I don't know. You could move up a little bit higher. Perhaps you do go all the way up to your 236 at the highest, all the way up at 304625. If you do move up here, don't get too excited, okay? It's exciting to watch this thing go up, but you're still in lower highs, and I would expect that you still go lower. I'm just trying to tell you that you could go all the way up here and still go lower, right? That's all I'm trying to say. I don't necessarily expect that we go up here. I would expect more so that we see a less significant move, something like that, but we might have already seen that. I don't know. Inevitably, I do believe that we're on our way down. Looking at this here, the way that we're interacting with these fibs, I would believe that we go down to this golden ratio here at about 3041 to 3004 itself, something in that zone, but not lower than that zone. And if for some reason we actually do take out these lows and we go lower, everything's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not problematic. It's just some wicked volatility, which is fine. It's a better opportunity to buy. And it can happen. That can definitely happen, but I'm not assuming that it does. Looking at the 1 hour time frame again, bullish divergence here, bullish divergence there. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a little bit of upside here in the coming hours, but a little bit, right? At the highest, 304625. If we're looking at this on a 4 hour time frame, the 4 hour looks very bearish, rejecting the overbought zone like this, getting down below the 40. Stochastics are oversold. 4 hour MACD, the oscillators are crossing below the zero. You've kind of been disrespecting the zero line, though, so we might not put so much weight on that, but in all fairness, when you cross above it here, nice move up. When you cross below it here, nice move down. When you cross back above it here, nice move up. So we're getting a little bit of a move down. I would think that it's completely fine if we do cross this down and continue to go down. I mean, we are building bearish momentum at the very least right now, so I would expect that we go lower. The area that we go to, again, is 3041 to 3004. That doesn't mean we have to go there. We could be at a point where we find support now, but I would be very, very surprised if this was the low, this was a higher low that we found and we're breaking out already and going to new highs. I would be pretty surprised if that was the case, but it can happen. You never know. Daily time frame. Looking at the daily time frame here, things start to get a little bit more bullish, right? We have broken out of this downtrend in the daily RSI, I think. Taking this high point here and down. Yes, we've broken out of it. We back tested it for support. Finding resistance at the 50 is not ideal, but if we can find support at the 40, that's good, right? As long as we're holding above the 40, that's good. And I think that would agree with exactly what I'm saying, that we go a little bit lower, but nothing too dramatic. The stochastics look bullish. They absolutely do. We're crossed down a little bit, so maybe, again, we go a little bit lower, but I think overall we are in a position where we will continue to grow as the days and as the weeks go on. The MACD is very bullish right now, you guys. We're actually positioned very well to see some uprising here. Whenever we cross above the zero, which I would assume is going to be in the middle of this month, late part of the month, TOSHI should really be rallying. That's nice. It gives us kind of a time frame. I would expect sometime in the late part of the month, that's when we'll really start to see TOSHI come alive. And that makes sense. You find your low, you kind of consolidate, you configure yourself, and then you make your move, right? Oftentimes, and I mean here you didn't really do that. You just kind of you just kind of moved up rather immediately. But oftentimes that's not the case. Oftentimes you do kind of configure yourself, and I think we're going to take this downtrend, substitute it for a sideways trend, higher lows, and then we will break out going into the latter part of this month, reaching for new all-time highs. Yes, I do believe we'll see new all-time highs. being that we found our low here, from a low here to a high there, we found our low at the golden ratio. I think we found the low at the golden ratio the other time too. Actually, hold on, let me see. Let me go to MEXC. Wasn't that right? Isn't this the golden ratio too? Come on now, trading view. Come on, trading view. Okay, let's see. From a low to a high. Okay, we did find support at the golden ratio, but we found support at the 786 in all fairness. So, and then we back tested the golden ratio on our way up here, or even back testing that same area now. Still showing significance there though. I would think that on our way up from a high to a low, we'll probably find some resistance there, right? Going into the middle part of this month, I expect we will be at about 201, something like that. And then going into the end of the month, we should be reaching for about 2013 to 2017, something like that, setting us up for a nice, robust end of month pump that could take us to new all-time highs, or at least something in that area, right? New all-time highs or something in that area. And if not in late July that we get there, then probably going into August, right? The middle of August, late part of August, that's when I would anticipate that we do make our onslaught to 0045 to 1 cents, somewhere in there. And I know, guys, I know that the timing hasn't been perfect, right? We've been calling for this for a second. It's taken longer than anticipated. But the thing is, the move overall, it's about the same in the length of time that we've expected all of these times, right? It's the same move. It's just as we progress lower, the time, as we, I should say, move on in time, the move itself will happen at a later time as well. I mean, that just makes sense. So it's the same move. It's going to take like 6 to 7 weeks to come to reality, to come to fruition. And we're still expecting 0045 to 1 cent to be the target area. And from here, looking at the current price, that's over a 10x move, right? We've got a lot of growth to go. But before we do that, a little bit more consolidation, a little bit more stagnation. I'm sure that the next week or two, there might be some excitement, but I'm not expecting too much. I really think that the exciting part's going to be in the middle and the latter part of July. And then going into August, we should be seeing fireworks and new all-time highs. So I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Again, I don't anticipate that we go below this low, but if we were, I still wouldn't be worried about the price, right? We're still from a low to a high, even just below that low there. We're still in the golden ratio zone. As long as we're above this low, I'm not worried. If we get below that low, I would start to have some concerns for TOSHI, okay? But we're very far away from that. I don't think we're in a position where that's going to happen. We're starting to show, I think, some weakness to the bearish effect and starting to show some strength to the bullish effect. Things are looking like they're turning around on the MACD. The stochastics look good. The RSI is the one thing that I'm worried about, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And as long as we hold above this 40, I've got hopes that this move down will not be too significant, and we are soon to move up. So this week might be boring. Next week might be exciting, but man, the real excitement's going to happen later in the month and going into August. So I got nothing else. I'm repeating myself at this point. Hit the like button, subscribe, buy and hold, and buy some more. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.